Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your homie Hunter McIntyre. I'm back. I'm alive. I'm fucking alive. I bet a lot of you guys were like, he's not gonna make it. The fire's too strong. But my thunder thighs pierced through the high winds and the flames, and I marched out of this town. I survived. Phoenix from the ashes. El Fuego Pimp is what they call me. We're going to talk about it, guys. We got a lot of show notes today. Sorry it took me a while to get here. But the reality is that basically, since the power just came on yesterday, I've been resetting everything. So I had to reset all the stuff behind us, technological advancements, understand that our systems are about as complicated as Starlink, SpaceX, and all the other companies combined. So when we get something started, it's a lot. Jet engines firing up, some pretty serious shit. Like, you guys understand that this isn't a small operation. Okay? Okay? Daily in the house. I don't even know who these dudes are, but they show the fuck up. Guys, show notes today: fire, blackmail, potential being lawsuits, exercise, Jake's in town. There's so many things to talk about. I mean, anything you guys want to talk about, put in the show notes, but there's so many things. So many things that we have to deal with. I don't even know how to bring joy to your guys' life without this just blaring level of honesty and insanity that is going on in the world. So I'm just going to shoot it to you guys straight. I'm going to tell you what's up. But give me a second to get all these show notes up because it's about 45 links. And as you know, I've got ADHD, and the likelihood that I'll get through all of them, slim to none. Slim to flippin' none. But there's some serious records I want to discuss. Like a polar bear potentially being the farthest commuting mammal on the planet. I don't even know where the hell these show notes came from. Oh, guys, hold on a second. You know the deal. Every single week, we got to start out with the chick and a horse. Shit. Am I sharing? What scare Sheena is sharing? Shit. Okay, hold on. The fuck? Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Okay, here we guys. You seeing this? Is it not sharing? Someone tell me. Because it doesn't seem like, oh, there she is. All right, here's this chick. She's like, yeah, I like horses and stuff. And like, you know, they're such cute animals and blah, 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 blah. My horse loves me. Blah, blah, blah. She's just doing whatever the fuck chicks who love horses do. She's so confident in this relationship. And then, what? Bang! Don't trust horses, guys. Okay? How many times I got to tell you? How many times do I have to tell you? These motherfuckers are assassins. If I just had somebody who could afford me a research team that could exclusively find me links to chicks getting dominated by horses, I would be, my level of inner peace would be, I don't know, sky high. The productivity and the potential of the show would be, I don't know, we'd probably be the biggest podcast on the planet. Like, I was listening to Peter Attia's podcast, The Drive, the other day, and I sat there with myself and I was like, yeah, there's some information here, but where are the horses dominating chicks? And I thought to myself, I said, this isn't really a show. This is just two dudes that just can't stop talking about stuff that's not really that important. And I thought about the horses. So if you guys want me to be competing with Joe Rogan, Peter Attia, Andrew Huberman in the near future, I'm going to need you guys to level up with some support. And I need you guys to This one's got to be one of the best ones I've seen in a while. I understand that there is, I mean, this is kind of the United States nowadays. Someone's going to get pissed when I share this. Come on, screen 2. Level the fuck up. For some reason, screen 2 does not want to share today, so I may have to switch this up and go over to screen 1. There is freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee freedom after speech. This is Uganda dictator Idi Amin. Once he declared. I love that. I love that statement. Obviously, I don't live in this country, so I don't know what these people are dealing with. But sometimes in the United States, it's kind of like that. Like if you say something, like it's kind of becoming like that all over the place. And this is not a political podcast. It's just one of these kind of things where when you see a very stark comment like this, it's kind of comical because the politicians that we deal with would never admit it. But I don't know if you guys have seen, Facebook has now basically canned all of their censorship board people. And I don't know if you guys have seen a picture, recent Mark Zuckerberg. He basically looks like a Backstreet Boy now. Like, look at him. He's so posh. He wears like gold chains. Like, this is definitely like, he could be in 98 degrees. Like, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. And now he's like totally changed the beat of his drum, which is ridiculous. Because if you look at like old pics of like Mark Zuckerberg used to have this kind of like pale, I live in a closet and program kind of look. And now you go back and it's like, hey guys, what's up? So they're canceling all of like the censorship around this. They're firing all the teams. And I love that. And it was started by Elon Musk. So I'm not going to lie. Elon Musk does it again. Also, Elon Musk was the person who was able to share communications while the whole fire was going on. So Elon Musk is basically, he's a god. And anybody who disagrees with that, you guys can go get run over by several Teslas because you're dead wrong. And then when you're done getting run over by Teslas, you could just have a rocket that he created just land on top of your head. He could snap his fingers and say, hey, listen, let there be light. And he could probably create light in the darkness. He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a superhuman. It's insane. He's like, oh, I'm kind of bored today between my rockets and, my boring company and my, car company that's taking over the world and has more data than anything else. And you know what? I'm going to buy a social media company that's crooked. Just saying. I brought some fire today, guys. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, this is Tracy. Tracy, you here? I work with a girl named Tracy. I love her with all my heart. But that's Tracy right there. This is a crazy study that I want to talk about. Supposedly, they basically put sensors around couples sleeping with their children. When the baby cries, the woman wakes up and immediately tends to the baby, and the male tends to not wake up. On the other hand, when things like rustling leaves outside go off, the male tends to wake up as far as like a security kind of hormone. And the hormone, they list it in here. I can't remember what it's called. You son of a bitch. But look at that. That's me looking out the window, just speculating. Okay, vasopressin is a chemical, cousin of oxytocin. It's a defensive hormone. So guys, let's just throw it out there. When I get married, the data's here. When the baby cries, would you guys just mind handling it, ladies? And then when all of a sudden there's a rustling in the bushes, could be a raccoon, could be a bear, could be a bunch of hooded robbers just trying to take us over. Who's going to handle that? It's the facts are here, ladies. The facts are here. There's not much I can do about it. Like, I'm designed to sleep so I can be well rested when there's intruders. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it to be an argument point. I shared it on this show so you guys can share it across your families. What's up, Tracy? Love that picture. Okay. So fires. I'll give you guys an update. I might as well just like bring up maps, Google Maps, because we might as well get scientific about this. Dude, Goggins didn't fight fire for fun, dude. He just probably paid his way onto a hotshot crew so he could like walk around, and his friends would like, he probably paid other members of the hotshot crew to light the fire on the ground so he could like run over and put it out and feel some kind of version of validation. Fucking wannabe ass hotshot. Wannabe. Okay, let's bring it up to over here. Enhance. Share screen. Okay. Let's really break this down because I got so many messages and I'm grateful that you guys were all reaching out. Like, I literally have hundreds and hundreds of unread messages, and I'm not trying to pretend like I have lots of friends. It's just lots of friendly people on the internet. Some good friends. The rest of you guys, I don't know, care of that much. So, you guys seeing this? Fire started over here, blasted down and across. There was also another one over here in Altadena. I don't know where the heck that is. Altadena, right here. That is not the one that really affected us. So fire comes in, blasts down and across. And now this is where it gets interesting. Everything that we know and love from here to here is gone. Like, seriously gone. We're talking about, who gives a shit about MSN? Raptor, you trying to get popped in the eye? I'm trying to have a conversation here, not show MSN's shit, hillbilly. So all these canyons are getting torched. Topanga actually didn't get that much damage. So I live around here, Latigo Canyon Scenic Drive. That's your boy's place. I live in these mountains. There was a fire that started about a month ago while all my friends were here and burnt from here to here. What ended up happening is that when the fire got to mid Malibu, there was no more like fuel to really take the thing. So basically, basically we were protected by a fire that happened previously. Now, what happened was a huge tragedy, and like, it obviously is going to change Los Angeles for a long period of time, if not forever. The crazy thing is that I just keep on noticing, and this is just my 2 cents of being somebody who's lived here for 13 years and dealt with many, many fires. They said that they ran out of water. By the way, guys, they run out of water every time. I think what ends up happening now is so many people are surprised because so many homes burnt down. There's not a ton of homes across this whole, like, across all of Malibu. That's all mountains. This is where the city is, where you can see obviously a different color here. These people haven't had water for years. Like, when we were fighting the fires in 2018, they just shut the water off. I don't know if they shut it off intentionally or if they shut it off because they had no water. They said they had no water, but the thing is that we had no water. Nobody in Malibu had water. And it seems crazy because you think all of Los Angeles should have, like, this gigantic reservoir of water, and the places that needed it the most couldn't get it. So if you guys are in confusion, Los Angeles and LA County, if not Southern California's entirety, has had a terrible system of dealing with this. And now it's just gone through an area where there's so many homes that you're really seeing how bad it could be if it lands in the worst place possible. So hopefully this really kind of changes the direction that California is going with preparing for these things. And it really sucks that so many people had to deal with that because, I've been seeing it for years. My home's never actually burnt down. And now one of the greatest parts of Southern California, if not the country, is just destroyed. So That sucks, and I'm super sorry. And I honestly, like, was considering moving because when I was down in San Diego while this was going on, I honestly thought to myself, I was like, "It's gonna push so far up through Malibu, probably my house isn't gonna burn, but we'll have nothing that we can really use anymore, and it's gonna just destroy, destroy, destroy. It's gonna destroy the territory." In 2018, when it burnt down, I packed my bags and had to move to Colorado and start training because the damage was so bad that, like, the air quality was just terrible. Everything as far as you could see, all of the melted plastics and contaminations, like, you could clearly tell that the air quality was bad. You just had a fog of a headache a lot of times. So it's going to be gnarly for a while. I honestly don't think that my life is going to be that affected with this one as far as like my day to day, as far as like my plush adventures of being like, hey, I'm going to go to Santa Monica and go hang out with my friends and do a yoga class, or I got to go to LAX. I don't get to go to LAX anytime soon. I don't even know if the PCH is going to be open for the next, I don't know. They probably can't ban it for the next 30 days plus, but hopefully by the time I fly to Australia, it's not going to be there. The blockades aren't going to be there. So shit's a mess. Is home insurance expensive? Well, I'm sorry that your parents haven't told you about this chapter of life, Daily, but it is extremely expensive depending on where you live and depending on the size of your house. So, like, a big home in this regard, any of these homes up in Malibu have to have specialized insurance and they charge you out the ass. So, yeah, it's expensive. Anybody who's living around here in Malibu area who owns a house is now going to be in one of the most complicated financial positions of their life as far as owning a home. So there's that. Um, I don't even know. I should probably text Alana before I share this publicly because I don't want to get us in any deeper trouble than we've already been in. Um, can I? You guys wait and see. What have you guys been up to? Daly, were you born in a barn? That's right, Grayson. Smash him for being inept. Daly, look at that. Daly's coming back with a snap, crackle, pop. Daly's currently sitting in his trailer using the internet from somebody else's trailer, talking smack. Yeah, it's expensive, you big dumb dumb. You don't have to get insurance for your trailer, do you now? How's that feel? You feeling hurt? All right. All right, let's keep on going around here. I got to get some good show notes. Oh, what's this? An ongoing reel of horses dominating people? Guys, let's just take the morning to enjoy this slowly here. Yeah, that person's dead. That crushes this poor dog. Hey, I like horses. Dominated with a double kick. Honestly, dude, that was like a combo hit. This is like Tekken Tag or something like that. Oh, what's that? Taking down camels? Oh, what's this glass door doing here? I don't give a fuck. That's what that horse said. This kid's like, hey, what's going on? Decapitate your leg. Can you imagine the pain? Dude. Oh, this guy just gets attacked and bit by a horse. This guy, look at this bite right here. Guys, I'm just letting you know right now. Let's talk marathons. Anybody who runs marathons in my book is a pansy. Why don't you guys pick a sport that's a little bit more masculine? Okay? I don't know anybody who chooses to run 2 hours at a time unless they're just like freakishly fast. But anywhere between like that like 3 hour plus range, don't don't get it. I don't want to hear it. Come on. Get on me. Let's go here. 10K time, 32:33 was my fastest 10K time. I'm selling little Debbie cakes right now and making everybody fat. I like you, Grayson. Connor, have you done Cactus to Clouds yet? You should run it. Who's he talking to? Connor? My name's not Connor. How about Spartan races? Like CrossFit? Yeah, CrossFit is ridiculous. CrossFit is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with my connection, guys, but I will tell you that basically trail marathons are ridiculous. This is pretty interesting. I'll share this with you guys. Does my internet just blow right now? Because at this point in time, all I can tell is that it seems that my face is frozen. And let's just look at this. We're going to watch this real quick. This right here is an interesting piece of the guys and their weekly kilometers per their distance. So 5K guy obviously is a little bit less, 13:03, which is crazy fast. Look at that little white boy. 180 kilometers. This chick here, 1,500 meter runner. She's doing about 60 miles a week. Fuck, I'm frozen? This is such bullshit. This guy right here, 214, he's 200 kilometers. That's pretty serious, 120, 140 miles a week. 800, she's doing 80K a week for that. Whoa, this girl is tiny. Wow, 1426. So she smokes me. 105. Weekly mileage, see here. 160. This girl's a beast. Okay, 105. That's fast. 186. You know, let's just go into the crowd for a second here. I will answer this though. One of the things that I continue to run into with people that I train is there's a reality here. Volume is so critical. Efficiency is more critical, but efficiency is built through volume. So there's what's called PWE, power, weight, economy, and efficiency. Your power to weight ratio is affected by what's going on with how much how much your efficiency is going to end up being. So if you have more power but your weight's too high, you're going to have lower efficiency. And that's why you end up seeing a lot of these endurance athletes be so skinny. I was just watching a piece on these guys talking about how the Tour de France, the cyclists now are so much smaller. They're about 10 to 20 kilos smaller than they used to be during like the Tour de France time with not Elon Musk. Wow. What the hell is the name of the guy? I'm just losing him. Armstrong. Like basically people are so much smaller, and you're noticing like a lot of these runners are getting smaller. I think the biggest marathon runner who is like really a beast was probably Ryan Hall, and he even talked about how that held him back. So, these guys right here, when it comes to having fast marathons, like you can notice one thing about all of them: mileage is incredibly high, but look at the size of all of them. That's probably the biggest indicator of their success. And you're limited by your size. Like, that's why I've never been able to be the most incredible runner. My VO2 max in comparison to these guys, if you scaled my weight down towards theirs, would be astronomically high. It'd be a world record, but I can't get there. But look at this little boy. Look at the little Bo Peep right here. Let's go into the show notes. Got such a great freeze frame of this legend. Dude, what is happening with my fucking thing, man? It's frozen to shit. I don't know, guys. The fire has absolutely destroyed my angle here, and I'm going to have to fix it. I'm going to have to go into... We're on the right network, but I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm emotionally distraught over this whole thing. And basically, people are probably going to get fired because of this. I'm not going to lie. Alana, we're going to have to talk. deductions for this month. Lance Dickstrong. That is a solid name. Bronze Age pervert. You guys are really in here just whapping it up. Tracy is probably going to get fired. Yep. Increases 10x if you read the Bronze Age mindset. What is the Bronze Age mindset? Let's see what this is. Bronze Age mindset. My internet is fucked, guys. What the hell is this? It actually got 85% liked. But it seems like a nonsense book. Yeah, Amani, you can join the team. The girls are in huge trouble. Tracy, Alana, you girls ready to be in so much trouble? Because we need the data center. Tracy, bitch. Oh, I got a hard thing. Okay. I just got messages from both my employees. I am in trouble right now, guys. So we're just going to have to chill out on the shit talking. See if I can get into an interesting note. Oh, not going to lie. Okay, well. This is a crock of bullshit. Because I'm trying to show you guys some WWE wrestling stuff. You guys witnessing this? Are you guys witnessing the fitness? Fuck my life, dude. I don't know if you guys can see this anymore, but if you guys witness this greatness right here, look at this double hop. The double hop to the backflip to the body slam. Look at the amount of people in the crowd psyched up to watch this thing. Sigh. Don't even put yourself on the chopping block right now. Sai is quite possibly the laziest British person I've ever met. I would say that Sai starts his day probably around 11 and it ends at 11:15. And all he does is just do dirty scouser and woolly back shit. He just sits there and speculates and talks shit about all the other British people that are around his like local tribe. Yep. Don't even put yourself on the chopping block. You are in so much trouble, Sai. Sai, if I had a productivity score for you, you would literally be bottom of the totem pole. You are literally the person that helps manage all of our media aspects, and our media for our podcast basically might as well be like a telegram. It might as well be donkey mail. Its connection and its productivity levels are at such a low level that we would literally go back into the Stone Age and probably be beat by people with higher levels of technology. Don't you dare. You get yourself in some serious trouble. I do love James. Oh, we already saw this horse video. That's another good animal video. Oh, guys, we might as well just look at this because we were talking about lazy people. We might as well get an uptick. They collared this bear and it swam 426 miles to just go to some other mating ground. I don't know if you guys know how long that is, but when you guys were bragging about your subpar marathon times, this bear right here basically did almost 20 marathons in the water in the freezing cold. And chill out with your proverbs. What the hell is going on here, Sai? Yeah, so while you guys are bragging about your subpar marathons, your 4-hour marathons, this bear is just steamboating it. That is serious. I love me a good chunk of nature. I don't know if I want to talk about that one. This is solid. Guys, I'm not going to lie. Basketball has been absolutely just like falling apart in its viewership. Nobody really gives a shit about lacrosse until today. Who you betting on? Oh, can you imagine having the guts to get into a fist fight and then just throwing your chin out there? Just throwing your chin out there and just letting yourself just get clocked like that. Guy gets up, starts pushing around. He's taking it on the chin. Now look at this. He has an opportunity to win here. And what's he do? He just walks up, exposes himself, puts both of his hands down, just takes a chinner. But I'm just letting you guys know right now, like, this is how you get asses in seats. Lacrosse was a Native American sport that eventually was picked up by the people who stole their lands. And it used to be like a war game, which is pretty freaking sweet. It was a war game that they'd play before going to war, which I think is awesome. It's kind of like a little bit honorable, pretty cool. And now it's just played by very wealthy, honestly, if I had to say, white kids from like Connecticut, Virginia, North Carolina, Massachusetts, and New York. And it hasn't made it across the United States because it's probably never going to get big like football or basketball or soccer. So the guys who are like to have like curly afros like that kid, they play it and they just knock each other out. So just saying, lacrosse guys are hot. Faith, do you want to talk about your recent dating life? Alana says that she's into lacrosse guys. Now, we've got 3 chicks on here, which we never have, by the way. And basically, these girls, you can tell. Like, I think girls are a little bit gun shy around big football players, but these guys are a little bit more effeminate. You know, they probably drive like a Lexus or like an Audi, something pretty soft. And, you know, they got that kind of little Jerry curl haircut. And, you know, you can see this one guy who's just a total tool. He's got the 50% tights. Like you see, he's got tights on one leg and the other. I can't remember the name of the dude. Sean Booth. This guy and I had to do a project together. Is it Sean Booth? Bachelor? Whatever it is. Sean Booth. I had to do a project with this guy, and he's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking too much shit, but he does the single leg tight. And you could tell that this dude used to play lacrosse. Like, who takes pictures like this? Who put like a little, like, you know, crimson fade? Also, that shirt right there, does it even have buttons? What is that? Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let's just see Bachelor tights. Single leg tights. Where are the single leg tight? Come on, dude. Well, he used to show up to our workouts with like single leg tights. And I knew immediately. I was like, that dude probably played lacrosse. Oh, what's that? You guys know. I'm not going to lie. During the fire, I needed things to cheer me up. And one of the things that really helped me deal with the stress was videos of horses just dominating humans. This guy clearly is dead. Like, he's not dead at the moment of the crash, but you can see him rolling around. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this because my internet sucks so bad. And basically, this dude tries to jump the fence thinking that he can trust his horse, which we all know is not true. and he just gets pile drived by a horse deciding to do a somerset on top of his body. Now, if I go back into the show notes here, I've got one of my employees sexually harassing me. Luckily, we don't have an HR department. She's calling me gay. And that is, at least in the state of California, you could go to jail for like 75 years for that online hate crime. What the heck? Oh, this is savage. This is a NASCAR. This dude's dad just runs out onto the track and rips him out of the car and saves him. And then they penalize the team. So watch this. Big crash. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. He's like, I'm a bag. Look at this dad. This is a diesel dad. What's that? Flames? I don't give a shit. Out there on course with cars going hundreds of miles an hour? I don't give no fucks. My shoes are on fire. His Crocs, his sport Crocs are on fire. He goes back in the car after he gets his son out just to probably get like a knick-knack or like a beer token that his son left behind. That's a dad. Those are basically the American heroes that we need to see. In IndyCar, you wouldn't see that. They'd go, or Formula One, they go, ooh, no, there's a fire on the course. And you guys would run around in circles. NASCAR dads, nah, full body in the flames. Ah, God, I love the internet. What is this? I'm going to have to re-look at this. Oh, this is epic. This has absolutely nothing. Oh, shit, dude. I'm in the top 10 greatest OCR athletes of all time. Whatever. I think points-wise, I never won the long distance world championships or the OCR world championships, which matters a fuck ton. But those races were such bullshit. It was such bullshit. You literally took the whole season and then you redesigned it for something entirely differently, which I just couldn't hang in. I talked to Robert Killian the other day. I should have him on just to interview him. And he was telling me about his training because we no longer compete against each other. He's like, yeah, I'll just tell you everything. The dude basically was running 2.5 hours to 3 hours in the mountains twice a week. I never do that. I don't even do that long runs now. Like I don't do it. Like I just can't do it. My body breaks down. My supple thighs can't handle the pressure. But I can pump the beef. I'm strong as all hell. I'll smash you in 99.9% of workouts. But all that long shit of crawling around the woods for hours, it's just not my bag. All right, babe? Psh. Psh. Top 10 OCR. Jerks. First time I make it live. Steve Robles, making it live. Glad to hear the Malibu Castle is thriving. It is, but our internet connection sucks ass. I think people bleach their anus just because of insecurities. That's okay. That's okay. Some people just want to have clean ass. By the way, guys, I just want to review this real quick. These are the top 10 most DUI cars. So Bronco, then the Chrysler Pacifica, lethal car. You know that's some bad parents. The Volkswagen Bug being in here is insane. Then also, 3 of the top 10 cars are Buicks. Jaguar, drunk moms. Another Chevy. You just don't trust people who own Chevys. I'm telling you guys, no, right now. Okay, another van, Chevy Astro. Lots of Chevys, guys. What's that? Another Chevy? Chevy Bolt. I care about the environment, but I have drinking problems. What's this one? It's another Buick. Buick Encore, 58. And the number 1 is another creepy-ass Buick. Buick Envita. So it's almost 10% of the people who own that car, 7% of people who own that car are literally getting drunked up. I'm so glad my headphones died at the office right now. Hunter talks about ass. Oh, sorry about that. You guys asked a serious question. You guys asked a serious question. All right. What's going on here? So, my dad and I are thinking about launching a podcast, maybe like every couple weeks, where basically we grab things off the internet that could be false or true, and we're basically just going to try to debunk it. My dad has been running finance and media companies for his entire life. He's been a writer his whole life. He was the president of the Crimson, I think it is. What is it? The newspaper at the Harvard Advocate. Maybe he's the Harvard Advocate. The newspaper at Harvard. Dad's basically, he's verified. So anytime I want to find out about what's going on in the world, I tend to contact my dad, and he tells me if the shit's true or not. I'm going to test it out, and I want you guys to know, tell me what you think. We're going to probably do it on Wednesday mornings, and we're just going to bring a bunch of stuff. If you guys want to send me stuff and try to have us debunk it, you guys just have to send it to me. And basically, it could be the greatest thing ever, because we're all curious about what's going on in the world. Everything, for the most part, tends to be a degree of a lie. So we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. It has nothing to do with sports. It's just something that my dad and I like to do on our own private time. We were like, why not we just do it on a podcast? So, yes, of course I'm going to watch videos with my dad of horses dominating people. Let's be honest, Tyler. Okay, Hunter, I'm trying to qualify for Worlds after 200 kilo sled. I'm like Bambi trying to. Dude, Ben, my best suggestion, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Go to you son of a bitch. Housetraining.com. Go to housetraining.com. If my internet worked, I'd really show you this. Go to training guides. This will be the best $50 you've ever invested in your life. Buy this 20 rep back squat guide. Sleds, if you do this program, it will just change that problem. It will end it. It will end it. So you guys need to. Am I originally from the United States? Are you trying to get punched? I'm Mr. America. Dude, I don't know where you are, but I'm about to fly down there and give you a jack. Oh, you hillbilly. Who the hell do you think you are? Where you get your data from? Cross-eyed son of a gun. Dude, you're trying to get put to the ground. But this is for whoever was saying you can't do sleds. This is Ben Marsland. Ben, if you don't buy this, I don't know, like, you're a fool. That's all I'm going to say. Hunter, you def sucked at sports in school? That's super cool. It's very nice of you, Tio Rico. Tio Rico, dude. You sound like one of those freaking generic drinks that they leave on the shelves in the cheap stores, like Aldi's. Like, if I look at Aldi's, let's see here, Aldi's cheap drinks. Like, you're kind of like Pure Aqua. Tio Rico is another version of like the, hey, I can't afford to buy Gatorade brand. That's what you are, Tio Rico. You bum. Trying to shit on me on my own show. You're just a non-name brand drink. You don't even get to make it on the shelves. You have to still make it through Pure Aqua. And it's 79 cents. That's some cheap stuff. That's some cheap drinks. You can't even make it above the 79-cent drink. You just took it on the chin, homie. Tio Rico, you bum. How's that feel? Wondering who asked about bleaching their anus. I could scroll up and find out. Pure Red Dye 40. Yeah. What's up? This better be another horse, dude. This better be another horse video. Oh, this is actually pretty great. They tried to, Well, my internet just sucks, but exit page. Come on, dude. You better show this. Okay, so the Tesla Plaid basically tried to set the lap record at Nuremberg, and the battery was not able to last the lap. So any of you guys who own Teslas and keep on trying to brag to me that it's a sports performance car, it's basically a Hot Wheels car. It's a Hot Wheels car for people who don't drive cars. Like, it's a cheap thrill, don't get me wrong. Like, it's excellent, but it's a cheap thrill. It's not a sports performance car. It's just a cheap thrill. And you guys are getting played. Like, the most notable racetrack on the planet, you can't even make it around it. So meanwhile, I'm going to be over here in my all-American gas-guzzling Dodge Viper ACR tearing shit up. And don't get me wrong, like, Tesla is an excellent car, but it ain't a sports car. It's a Hot Wheels. So what's going on? What's going on, guys? Who wants to start a fight? My brother owns one. And he basically, my brother always is like, why don't you like it? I'm like, well, it's a car. It's not a sports car. I drive a WRX STI, and like, hands down, I've had faster cars. I've had, what has been considered the sports range. The WRX STI is like a real, like, this car, there's nothing more fun to drive around the mountains of Malibu than this whip right here. It's dangerous, and it doesn't run out of gas. Tesla owners give off a hobby horse runner. That's true. Crazy, this is the first time you've been attentive in this show in a long time. What's going on? You trying to get a raise or something? What's going on? I don't really understand it. Alana, too. A lot of confusion over here. And I don't know why there's so many girls on the show today. I think it's because my friend Ben Halden, this is hysterical. Ben, don't hate me for doing this to you. Ben. Oh, wait. Ben's going through a breakup, and he loves posting like sympathy posts. This one's like about being alone or something like that. I think, I didn't intentionally do this, but if you put out there like there's fires, all these girls will just be like writing back, "Are you okay?" They like the sympathy vibe. So that's why there's girls here today. Other than that, this is a guy show. Let's just be honest. This is here for the bros. By the way, because you guys never really support me on anything, because you guys are heartless. But if you go to Here to Party Sports, this one that we posted right here about chicks not being as supportive of dudes of dude sports, this is our best performing reel in history, because you guys did support us for once. So just want to say thanks. Yeah. Just saying, what you guys did was awesome. Let's just go back into the show notes, see if we find anything else interesting before we get the heck out of here. Also, by the way, guys, I continue to look up research on LeBron versus Jordan. It's impossible. It's not even statistically close. 77 versus 173 in less shots. He took 5,000 less shots, and he literally made 100 times more 40-point games. So 5,000 less shots and over double, almost triple. I'm just saying, guys, Jordan makes LeBron James look like a dum-dum. And here's also a guy. Is Tito on this show? Tito's been riding bicycles with me recently. The guy's been taking pictures out here in SoCal, and he's so slow on the bicycle. I think he's terrified. But then there's this dude over here. This made me think of Tito. There's this dude over here with 200 kilos of bananas on his bicycle, just dropping it fast. Tito, this dude right here is 10 times faster than you with almost 1,000 pounds worth of bananas on him. Look at this beast. No helmet. He's in Crocs and a rainy road. And I mean, whoever gave him this camera obviously didn't care about his life at all. They were like, yeah, dude, honestly, we just want to get this clip so we can post it on our channel. Why don't you take our GoPro and launch yourself down this hill near these brick walls? And Tito, I'm just saying, if you want to pick up your speed, maybe you should take a page out of this Laser Beams book. And then lift of the week, guys, has to go to this dude. Clearly a freak, but 53 kilos and 5Xing his body weight in deadlifts. I think that's the world record. That's insane. I mean, clearly he's got a body that's a little bit uniquely different than other people's. His arms seem to be like 7 feet long, but that's still a ton of weight. That's 600 pounds plus. That's just so insane. That shit was bananas, Chief. Just going to say that probably the strongest man in NFL history uses bamboo bars just like Chief does. What's Team F McIntyre mean? Hunter, Dolomites, or Alps? Dolomites. Hands down. All time, LeBron James has the best NBA career of all time? Dude, nobody cares about what you're saying, Sylph. That doesn't make any sense. He doesn't have the best career. That dude owns both of those titles. Both of them. Sumo deadlifts don't count. It doesn't count. But this is a great study. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to go. I got to get out of here because we have to go train. Whoops. No one heard that. I got to go train, but dude, we're alive. Malibu's actually okay. A lot of people have been sending me messages. Malibu's okay. And we appreciate you guys tuning in, being supportive, sending notes, all that kind of stuff. And Tio Rico, shop the sale, baby. Who the heck is that? And Tracy, look at you catching it. Yeah, dude. This was epic. I had a blast. Mostly this show was about just horses. It's just about horses, dominating it and letting you guys know that I'm grateful that you're part of my team. Listen, I'll be back. You'll see me at the end of the week. Maybe you'll see me on Monday. Who knows? I love you guys. I miss you guys. Stay tuned. Vegas coming soon. We're going to fuck shit up. See y'all there.